Welcome back to Inscryption. I'm Akanar, and this is episode 2, where last time we got our introduction to this crazy character who has already taken on the role of a prospector as well as a trapper, and I'm looking forward to seeing what other masks he's ready to put on for us. And we also learned that we are kind of trapped in a cabin with this guy, or perhaps he's trapped in here with us. We will find out. Let's get back into the game here. I gotta say, the card game enjoyer in me is already having an absolute blast with this so far. And I really am anxious to see how far this map is going to go. But one stage at a time, let's get a new card added to our deck. And this time I think we know what's going on here. We're going to get a random 1, 2, or 3 cost card, and I think what we want to do now is add a 3 cost card to our deck, because we have these double cats that I think are going to make it easier for us to afford a 3 cost card, and I think we need maybe a little bit more power in our deck. Let's see how that feels. We get the Moose Buck. The Regal Moose, the creatures of the wild, make way for it. It is a 3/7, and then it has this... Is this a flexing arm? Hefty. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing this sigil will move in the direction inscribed in the sigil. Creatures in the way will be pushed in the same direction. Oh, so this is a spin on... I don't remember what the name of the other sigil that we've seen, where the creature tries to move to the left or the right, but it just bumps into whoever's there and turns the other way. This guy, he's like, move, get out my way. That's not exactly how that song goes, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I guess in this case, it's Moose Buck, get out the way. All right, let's go ahead and put that into our deck and move on with things. A Moose Buck, it's a 3/7. If we can get that thing in play, that's what we're looking for. We need the beef. It's time for another campfire upgrade, though. Warm a creature by the fire, enhance its power, so the hungry survivor. Okay, so it does seem to choose randomly either power or health to upgrade. We haven't seen anything else offered so far. And it also seems to randomly choose... I don't know, is it randomly choosing? We've got 10 cards here. I don't remember us having 10 cards before. But it felt like it was choosing a random sampling from our deck for us to get a choice to upgrade. But maybe these are all the creatures that we can upgrade. I'm not sure. Anyway, who do we want to upgrade here? The River Snapper would not be a bad upgrade. Turning this into 2 health, sorry, 2 attack. That would put a lot more snap into this thing. The River Otter could be a very potent, 2 attack, unhittable creature. I think I misunderstood this Waterborne at first, because it seems like it submerges itself all the time. It seems like whether it's attacking or defending, it is submerged and not interacting with the card that's opposite of it. So a 2 attack on a basically hit face every turn, that could be really strong. And it is 1 cost. I think I'm down for that. Let's try this River Otter and see how that feels. It's an aggressive upgrade. The fire warmed the weary River Otter and enhanced its power. You suspected the intentions of the survivors were less than pure. With your River Otter in tow, you retreated into the woods. Don't stick around. Hit the road with the campfire crew. All right, another boss? Will we see a new mask unveiled? A foul smell invaded your nostrils and caused your throat to seize. A hulking man sat by a brackish pond with his feet submerged in the dark water. He pulled a hook from a pile of rotting fish and rose to his feet. Oh God, I am the angler. Go fish. The angler. Man, I gotta say, I am really enjoying the creepy, yet also kind of endearing vibe that the game has going on so far. This is... Now, with that said, the angler here is quite on the creepy side. He is planning to hit us with a kingfisher. So he is going face. Do we have the similar ability to go face? Not with our otter, but we can get a cat in play. And it is our cat that attacks. And that would allow us to also get a stoat in play. I think that is what we want to do, because that's a pretty aggressive start. Let's put down the squirrel. The cat, I kind of don't... I don't know how to block this kingfisher yet. Unless you can put a pelt in its way. I don't know if a pelt's going to block it. I do have a pelt in hand, by the way. Maybe we can try that. I'll just try and see if the pelt blocks. Because it kind of needs to do at least something. Otherwise, why should I put it on the board? The cat, though, we want to get this in play. And I will put it all the way left, I think. Before the opponent has placed anything, it probably doesn't make too much difference exactly where you're placing your stuff. But it could when you have something like a moose buck that's going to start pushing your characters around. All right, but we get to hit for 3, which is a nice start. The kingfisher comes in for 1 because the rabbit pelt doesn't block it either. Which fish? Hard choose. Wait, what the heck did he just do? Is he about to curse our stoat? Is he gonna just kill it? That's what it looks like. I'm not sure if the stoat's gonna get to hit for 3 because, well, if it does, it's going to hit for lethal. But I have a feeling that that is not what's gonna happen, because that would be too easy of a win. Although we don't win immediately, right? Because we've got to go through both candles. I think we need to draw a card here. We get another rabbit pelt. I'm not going to play this. Because I think it might have been a mistake to play the first rabbit pelt. And these do, in fact, seem like curses, because they just take up board space when they're not trading with another character. And these kingfishers don't, they just go face. So this rabbit pelt is just kind of taking up one of my board slots. All right, we're just going to pass then. And my Elder Stoat does hit for lethal. Oh my god, what in the heck? Whoa. Excuse me? Too fast, too soon? Okay, well, we're screwed. We killed the boss too quickly? You're not allowed to kill the boss that soon. We're absolutely just cooked. There is nothing we can do. I have another cat, but that just is gonna die. But also, I'm just gonna die. I guess my rabbit pelt's gonna be gone though, so that'll at least clear up a board space. Well, now I do see the relevance of having a rabbit pelt. I have found a use case for the rabbit pelt, guys. I forgot what this does. Mighty Leap. Oh my god. Wait, a card bearing this sigil will block... Oh, it's reach. Right, we did talk about this. Last time we did get introduced to Mighty Leap. For a second, I thought he was taking a Mighty Leap over my creatures and just whacking me in the face to kill me immediately. Other way around. Yeah. Good lord, we are just... How do you ever beat this? There's just no way. And I also... I'm dead. I'm just dead. I do get to kill this one grizzly here, but then the other grizzly's gonna come back and kill me the other way. I could use items. Maybe I use items, but also... I feel like even if I use items... How do I use items, actually? I guess I have to draw first. And I guess I have to play a squirrel, because if I draw something else, I'm not going to be able to put the cat in play unless I sacrifice my elder... My elder stoat. I guess I take a squirrel. Now I could use a scissors, which is probably what I need to do. I'm wondering if I need... I probably need to delete the grizzly in the back as well. But even then, I think I'm just dead. No, I can like chump, right? I can chump with the cat or the squirrel. Probably the squirrel, because it doesn't make any sense to sacrifice your cat. I think, man, yeah, this is weird. This is so weird. Well, here's what I'm gonna do, actually. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna use my scissors on this guy, because now, oh, I can't. Oh, I cannot use scissors on the guys in the back. Oh, shit. So now I do think I'm just dead. Why does it allow me... Okay, the scissor icon is just there, no matter where you are on the screen, but you can only actually kill the guys that are on the front row. I don't think there's any... Because these guys just come up and attack, don't they? And I'm going to be dead, so there's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do. So I kind of wasted a scissors there. I don't think there's any way I survive. I was hoping to kill this one in the back, because then I would have 4 less that's coming into my face. I don't see a way to win here, so I'm just going to play this. But I think we're dead. Sure enough, our last candle has been extinguished. Oh no. Huh. Go fish. No! Get those hands away from me! Oh god. Wait, what? Was that the door to the cabin that had been busted open? You aren't dead yet. This isn't purgatory. Though you may think of it that way. Before you expire, I must ask you a favor. I would like a memento. What, pray tell, is that? Your very own death card. Oh no! It's quite plain at the moment, isn't it? We will work together to amend that. I want this to be the perfect memento of you. Here are some cards from your mediocre deck. We can put them to good use. Please, choose a card to draw the cost from. Choose a card to draw the cost from. So, the only card that has a cost is the larva. What happens if I choose one of the pelts, though? I don't know what this is going to do. I'm going to choose my rare card, but this could be bad. A cost of 1 blood from the strange larva. Does it let me go back? Nope. Nope, that's it. So we've taken off... Does that mean that the larva costs 1 now? And another. This time I will use its power and health. The numbers. Oh. Oh, is that what... Oh. Oh. So I'm making another card to add to my deck that's going to be 1 cost and 1 health. Sorry, 1 attack and 6 health, because I'm going to choose a River Snapper. Why would I choose these others? 1 power and 6 health from the River Snapper. Okay. And now choose a card from which we will extract the sigils. The River Otter sigil seems quite strong, but at the same time, it's only 1 attack. The sigil from the cat is actually pretty nice. To be a 1 cost, 1/6 cat, that actually seems amazing. This, I'm not sure about this hefty yet. Maybe this hefty is like the most OP of all the sigils. But I'm gonna choose the cat, because I like this idea. A sigil of many lives from the cat. There it is. I never did ask you your name. Oh, this is my death card? I get to name? I get to aim? I get to name my death card. Wow, there is now but 1 final matter. I have my own card now, guys. The portrait. And that's an achievement. Blood Artist, complete your first Death card. Are you ready? He's actually got like, he's got his Polaroid camera over here. You do not need to smile. I don't think that I would be. Oh my God, that is so bright. I mean, maybe I should be smiling after that. Oh, this is fun. So we died. We got our first death, but our deck got a bit stronger, I think. Although I don't know if we're keeping the same deck. Maybe we're starting with the original starter deck plus our death card. If so, that would be awesome. Here we go again. Another challenger. Perhaps it is time. Perhaps you can understand bones. Bones, you say? The resourceful opossum costs 2 bones. You gain a bone when one of your creatures perishes for any reason. Oh, a new resource to juggle. I like it. This is really, really fascinating. So the opossum has been added to our deck. Do we get to look at our full deck like we did? It seems that we can only look at the full deck in between hands or games, if you will. So we'll look at that soon. The Rattler is about to hit us here, a 3/1. And so we can't play our Stoat. Oh, we lost the upgrade to our Stoat. So it does seem like it's resetting our deck back to its original state, plus some new stuff. And maybe our death card is in there. We have a Squirrel Potion, as well as a Pliers, which we can right-click on to read about. There it is. But no scissors this time. Although we can also read about other items. A Hoggy Bank. To the user, you will immediately gain 4 bones. Do I actually have that right now? No, these are just items that are in the game. A little bit of spoilers right now. Magpie's Glass. To the user, you will search your deck for any card and take it into your hand. A tutoring item. That sounds amazing. Okay, well, we're not going to check out all of those just yet, but that's a little nice appetizer to see what we're going to have in store. I don't want to... I want to get this Stoat in play to attack the Adder, which means I am going to have to tank 3... I'm going to have to tank 3 to the face if I want to hit, unless I use a Squirrel Potion to... No, I don't want to put anything on the board right now. I don't really want to put anything on the board. I think I just pass, which is strange, but I think I just pass. It doesn't make any sense to me to put anything down this turn, because I could hit him in the face for 1 with my Stoat if I put it in one of these slots on the left, but then how am I dealing with the Adder? I would have to... I guess I could play the Possum to sacrifice it, because I'll get a bones for sacrificing this Squirrel, and then next turn I can draw a Squirrel and sacrifice it to get a second pair of bones, and then that Possum can go and kill the Adder. That's actually probably the play. All right. Interesting. This bones mechanic is going to allow you to kind of carry energy or mana across turns, which is kind of cool. So the Stoat will go just right here. From the death of your creature, you've gained a bone. You will not lose this until it is spent, or the battle ends. I figured we wouldn't be able to take those across to the next battle. That makes total sense. Yeah, that's my turn. The other good thing about doing face damage is it kind of gives you HP, which is another so fun mechanic, or at least a mechanic that you have to think about a little differently than if you just each had independent life totals. All right, like we said we were going to do, we're going to draw a Squirrel, play that Squirrel. Oh, but I cannot... Oh, no. That's not how that works. I cannot sacrifice a Squirrel just for the sake of sacrificing. I have to play the wolf first. So I'll do that, because that lets me actually put more face damage in play. Because I can sacrifice the stoat. I didn't want to sacrifice you. He's so pissed. How could you do this to me? I'm going to put the wolf over here. And now that I have the bones, I can also play the possum to kill the rattler. Perfect. All right. Things are looking okay for us this time. He's going to bring down a rattler to kill our wolf. I do need to draw some cards, though. Actually, this is the last card that I've got. Oh, no, wait. He's dead, right? Is he? It's 4, right? It's 4. So I just let him go face. And we win. Let's go. All right. But of course, it's only the first floor. First floor is a given. Oh? I forgot your figurine. I was wondering, it felt like there was something different. Get up and fetch it for me. This guy loves giving us orders. It's beside the safe. I guess if we... No, we already had to get up and get something, didn't we? And that was the way that the game introduced us to... Oh, God. Oh, there is something new here. And once again, that hand has... that creepy hand has snuck away. Oh, is this shaking? Oh, this is shaking now. What the hell? Okay, there was also something new here. Have we added creatures to our collection? I'm curious why there is a raven egg and a squirrel here, and then 6 empty slots. I don't quite understand why these two. But this was totally empty before, but I don't think we can do anything with it. Not sure what that's all about. There is, I mean, this thing is clearly shaking, but I don't have a combination still for this. So there's nothing to be done with that, but I can get us a figurine. Is this our figurine? Aha, got it. What is that? Oh, I can put it back down? Why would I want to do that? So, okay, so the door was open. The door was open in between rounds. And this is, it's almost like he had us on the other side of this was maybe another room or a cell. And that's where he took our picture? Oh, I see. I'm holding the figurine right here as I'm turning. I still don't think we can do anything with the rest of what's left over here. Although, apparently we can keep getting teeth from this skull, which is something to note, that the teeth do seem to replenish, because we definitely had picked up, I think, both teeth that were there previously. This time there was only one. This guy's just waiting on us. Do I need to extinguish this candle? I don't know what this does. I don't know if this is good or bad, but I'm going to extinguish it, and maybe something will happen. But for now, we have a figurine. Let us continue, he says. I agree. Let's start putting some cards in this paltry deck. What do we got here? The meager coyote. But what did you expect for only 4 bones? Wait, we have to... Oh, it costs 4 bones? Wait a second. 4, my goodness. Oh, these all are going to cost bones? The nefarious rattler, a brittle creature once past its monstrous fangs. It costs 6. And then the cockroach, which costs 4. The unkillable cockroach, it returns to your hand after dying. But you would have to pay the bones cost again, I presume. Now, at the same time, it does have a sigil here, which is unkillable. When a card bearing the sigil perishes a copy if it's created in your hand. I guess you would get the bones from the cockroach dying. But, yeah. Wow. These prices seem rather steep. We've been against the coyote. I do like the aggressive stats on this. 3 damage on the rattler, but 6 bones. How the hell are we going to get to 6 bones? Is it when any creature dies? Is that what he said? Maybe that's how we get the bones of his creatures dying as well. Oh. For now, I'm going to go with the cheaper card and just be a little bit more aggressive. I think I'm going to steer to the coyote instead of the cockroach. But maybe that cockroach, the card advantage from that cockroach I might regret not having that. You know, you're free to get up again to keep your blood flowing. I understand that. We have learned that. I'm no tyrant. You may stand whenever the map is unrolled. It allows me time to plan your next encounter, but do keep your hands off my possessions. So he is kind of encouraging us to get up and look around from time to time. Oh shit, we can change the hands on the clock. Oh my goodness. I was so not expecting there to be this Myst-like puzzle element to this game. Sort of puzzles, I guess. We really just need, like, information is what we need, which is kind of how you start Myst. You need the information to actually unlock things and interact with them. So I think we just need to keep, for now, playing the game. Oh, but the book is up here. I didn't notice that before. I did notice the fact that we can sort of interact with these tools, but they're stuck. We can't get our hands on them quite yet. So let's keep playing the game. We get some items, I think. Its bleeding yields 3 blood if you can ignore the bleeding. I just got done playing Blueprints. I've had enough wordplay for... do we need to jump back into the wordplay so quickly? The Black Goat. It costs 1. It's a 0/1, and then... Well, we'll look at that sigil more closely in a moment. Some bone tokens for a rainy night. I think we read about this, the piggy bank. All right. So the Black Goat bottle. To the user, a black goat is created in your hand. A black goat is defined as 0 power, 1 health, worthy sacrifice. And I guess we have to go to the book to see what worthy sacrifice is. Oh god, there are so many. Look at all these. There are so many pages in this thing. It didn't seem like it was in alphabetical order. So I don't know if we can get to... Never mind, there it is. Worthy sacrifice. A card bearing the sigil is counted as 3 blood. Oh, wow. Rather than 1 blood when sacrificed. This thing sacrifices for 3. That would be a pretty powerful card to just have in the deck. Unfortunately, this is a potion. And right now, when we've just added a bones card to our deck, and it does feel like maybe they're going to be giving us more bones cards, the piggy bank could be the better option. We have a squirrel, we have a pliers, and they're also giving us a boulder. The boulder certainly could be handy just to buy us some time. But I think I want the piggy bank. And yeah, it does seem like you've got a max of 3 items. So if you're going to be coming upon, like, up here, there's another spot to get more items. Although we don't have to go that direction. We could upgrade a card instead. But we may want to use some items coming up here and then replenish them at the next opportunity. Choices. We have a Grand Fir blocking. And the opponent has a stump. And then on the way, a sparrow and a coyote. The coyote's going to be running up against the Grand Fir for a little bit. The sparrow, do we have a way to deal with the sparrow? We can deal with it with the coyote or the possum. And the possum only costs 2. But we still need to get those 2. And we can't get that by just sacrificing a squirrel. So we're going to put the bullfrog in play. And actually... Well, but the bullfrog, if we put it in play, it's no, never mind. The sparrow goes over. This is fine. We can actually deal with the sparrow by sacrificing the squirrel and putting the bullfrog here. Oops. And the bullfrog's not going to take damage from the sparrow. It'll just be our face. But that's fine. It's only one. Can't afford anything else. Pass the turn. I take it back. I'm a dingus because the bullfrog has the reach. It has reach. Why did I think... It's because I thought that the reach applied like in Magic, where you have... No, wait a second. Am I thinking... I think I'm thinking wrong about that as well. Reach applies when you're declaring a blocker. I was thinking the bullfrog would be able to attack and grab, reach out and get the sparrow, but the sparrow would simply just continue attacking past the bullfrog. Not so much. So this is actually this was a terrible decision. Now, fortunately, we only need to put a 1-attack creature in play to kill this sparrow afterward, because our bullfrog will attack it for 1. But that's still less than ideal. But at least we didn't take the face damage, I suppose. So for now, I think we need to draw a card. Are you smart or something? He usually doesn't even bother teaching about bones. All right, here's a tip. I saw a past victim writing a passcode in the rule book. Oh shit! This rulebook is worth reading. Oh my god. Here I am thinking of my... No, it's right there. 273. Is that it? 273. It was right there in front of me the whole time. Was this here the whole time and I was just reading right past it? That's hilarious. If so, don't tell me for sure. But I'll probably see it in editing. And now I'm going to have to skim through the book to see if there's any other blood-stained pages with codes on them. There are ink-stained pages where I can't read the full page. How significant is that? There's several of them, actually. Are they just... Is this the way of the game saying, don't worry about that mechanic for now, that'll come later? Because it does feel like this book is ginormous. Is it cycling around, I wonder? There are so many pages in this book. Holy crap. It does cycle around, though. Okay. All right. There are actually page numbers here. I can see abilities 19. Go down all the way to page 1, rabbit hole. I don't even think we've seen that. And then it goes back to... Oh, it goes back to items 16. 16 pages of items. 6 of... boons. Oh my. Minor boon of the Bone Lord. Okay. And then you have variable stats. This game has layers to it. Okay, and then like 40 pages of abilities. What was the code again? 273, right? Hold on one moment. Oh, I can't. Oh, it's only when the map is out. Okay, we can't get up from the table in the middle of a hand. We got to play out the stretch, but that is a... It's funny that you get tips. The stout is that what he's called? He's over here bantering back and forth with this character, but he's also giving you helpful tips to progress in the game. So anxious to open that safe now. Now, what are we going to do, though, this turn? Because I actually can't play anything unless I sacrifice the bullfrog. Which I don't think I want to do. I think I just want to let the frog attack. I'll have the bones to play the possum as well if I were to sacrifice and put the stoat in play. Right now, the bullfrog is just going to die. So I think it's actually better for us to sacrifice it, right? Get some use out of it. And then I do think we put the stoat here. Keep me alive. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. You're a little bit of a turd sometimes so far. I'm not sure if I want to keep you around. I am not going to play the possum this turn, though, because I want to replace the Grand Fur with the possum to kill the coyote. So let's just pass the turn here and save our bones for the moment. Okay. I think I really need... I mean, I need both of these things. I need squirrels and I need cards. But I mean, I don't have anything to sacrifice at the moment, so actually there's really no point in picking up a squirrel. So I just draw the last card in my deck, which is a wolf. And now I will play the possum. I forgot about the stump over here, but right now that doesn't matter. Because I can kill off both of his creatures, and we're in a good position. And because he actually has no cards left, is that true? I see the way this is going. Are you out of cards? You are up a creek, I think. He just concedes. You may accept my surrender. Or you may finish this match the slow way. Huh. I'm going to try this just to see what happens. But I also thought that maybe if we do super lethal, then we can get extra teeth. I think that might be the way to go. I kind of want the extra teeth, to be honest. So I am going to be greedy about this. I'm going to actually hit him for 2. I'm going to be greedy about this because I think I get more teeth this way. Draw squirrel. And now we can play 2 squirrels. I think I can play 2 squirrels. So far, I haven't seen any limit to the amount of cards I can play. And those actually give me 2 bones as well. So I could technically play all my cards. Oh no, that's only 3 bones. Never mind. Okay, but this is more than 5. And so I think that gives us teeth, doesn't it? Did that give us teeth? It's not clear to me. The teeth went into that bowl over there, and then he kept the bowl for himself. But I think those go to us. I could have misunderstood things. Now, before we go to the next stop, though, we have a safe to check out. Because I think I finally have a combination. Yes, I do. Let's go. We have obtained a new card. We get an achievement, Innocuous Insect. I wasn't sure if I would ever escape that Iron Crypt. Is the stoat around? The stunted wolf? This madness must end. He started to say is P, like he was gonna name the stoat, I think. Does the stoat's name start with the letter P? Put that away. Okay, so one of the things with this game that I'm going to have to pay attention to, well, I'm just going to have to pay attention because my attention there, my focus was drawn to the achievement that I got, but there's text going on the screen and it does not wait for you. The creatures, like the stoat, are speaking and you have to catch what they say very quickly or else you might miss it. There's a key here as well. I don't know what that key is going to get us. We could put the key back. Don't know why I would do that. But I have a key now. And I have a... Was that thing called a stink bug? I think it got added to my deck, but I'm not sure. He didn't react. Oh, well, I have a key. I can go to the chest. That's what I do. Okay. What in the world is this? Say what now? What am I trying to do here? So it looks like a game board. It looks like a game board. Am I trying to balance the scales? I can't move these to the left or right. But right now, I can't... I can only balance the scales if I do this. So 2 is coming this way. 2 is going that way. Huh? There's also one over here. I'm going to see what happens if I hit the... This doesn't seem balanced, though. Is this... I'm thinking that the 2-1 on the opponent's side is hitting us in the face for 2. And that my 2 1-3s are also hitting for 2, and that balances out. and that this 1-3 is not doing anything. But I don't know if that's how this is working. Let's try and see. Oh, it actually wanted to get up to 5. So the way that it just worked was it counted up to 2 of 5, but that didn't work. So what happens if I put this here? It's still saying 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. Oh. So I just need to attack the opponent for 5? Oh. Okay. That was actually pretty straightforward. I thought I had to, like... I didn't realize I could put all the cards on my side. I get it. Now, the skink. I forgot that I had put that there. Very well. You may add that to your deck. And I'll deal you one every so often. So the skink costs 1 sacrifice. It's a 1/2, and it has a new sigil on it that we'll have to check out eventually. Now, though, I want to play the other side. Because now I think I understand how this works. Maybe. The way that this works... How does this work? If I just do it like this, what happens? Nothing, because they're all kind of hitting each other. If I go like this, I think this should get to 1. No. That does nothing. Why does that do nothing? I cannot move that. Oh, I cannot move that at all. It's got the little border around it here, so it's stuck. Huh. Oh, is it the other way around now? Where I actually want to be attacking in the other direction? That still doesn't work. It's unclear to me how this puzzle is working right now. I don't think I get it. Okay, that time I attacked here for 1. If I move this up here... Oh, I'm forgetting about the sigils. I'm forgetting the fact that this is reach. So that's why with this one here, 2 is not going face. Even though it's flying, this one has reach. So it blocks this one. So that's why it's counting as nothing. So if I go like... Huh. So this one in the way here means that I can't attack at all through this column. So it almost doesn't matter what I do here, I think. But on the other side, if I go like this, that gets me 1, doesn't it? No, see, that's what's confusing me, is this creature is not attacking for 1. But this creature is attacking for 1. Huh? I'm so confused. There must be a mechanic here with the lizards that I'm not getting. Isn't that the sigil that we just put in our... That was the card that we just picked up? So why don't we play another round here before we go back to that? And we'll see if that mechanic gets explained to us, and maybe that'll give us some insight. We're adding another card to our deck. River Snapper. And our death card has appeared. Akinar is here to save the day. We also get a chance at the Raven Egg. A nascent raven, it is no less conniving in its incubation. It's not a bad card. The fact that this hatches into a 2-power flyer is pretty strong. But I do like the fact that this card here lets us go ahead and sacrifice creatures into play. And it has such beefy stats as well. Snapjaw, eat your heart out. River Snapper, excuse me. I can't get the Hearthstone card out of my head. All right, now, we did not use any items in that first match, so I kind of just want to go to the left. Full items, although there is a new icon over here on the right that we haven't done yet. Maybe that's a new icon? I think it is. Let's upgrade a card, though. Since we don't need the items, let's see. The choice is yours. So what was this card again? This is the... Oh, this was the stink bug. The creature opposing a card bearing this sigil loses 1 power. It just loses 1 power automatically. Huh. It only has 2 health, though. The skink, on the other hand, has loose tail. When a card bearing this sigil would be struck, a tail is created in its place. Oh god, and the card bearing this sigil moves to the right. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some other funky stuff going on that second board that was behind the chest. Because stuff is moving around and I didn't realize it. I still don't think I fully understand this, though. A tail is created in its place, and a card bearing this sigil moves to the right. So it, like, leaves a tail behind. The tail, I presume, is like a 0-1, probably. Just a little small barrier that the enemy has to work through. So, okay. These are all in our deck right now. Which one of these would we want to upgrade? Haven't played with any of these yet. And it's not clear to me what the upgrade would be. I suppose it would depend on what we're sacrificing. Let's go ahead and upgrade our death card. Oh no, that's sacrificing it. No, I don't want to do that. That's the one that's being sacrificed, not upgraded. Never mind. So which one are we sacrificing is the better question. Marvelous. He seemed very happy that we were sacrificing ourselves. Maybe we should sacrifice this dork. Does he say a different thing every time? Am I your choice? The choice is yours. I don't know what the best choice is here, and I love overthinking my decisions, as some of you all will be familiar with. What do I want to do here? I'm going to sacrifice... if the stink bug is going to talk to us, I probably want to keep him around, because maybe he gives us another clue. or we get an additional... We get a clue like maybe the stoat gave us. I think I'll sacrifice the... I don't know. I'm going to sacrifice the bullfrog. Just because I kind of want to play with these others before I sacrifice them. So what will we... Who will we... If we put... If we infuse Akinar, what's that going to do? What exactly is happening? That's the thing that's unclear to me. Because one time we got, like... We infused the stoat with the soul of another card. And in another case, we just gave flying to one of our cards. So I don't know what's going to happen this time. Are we just going to give reach? And if we did give reach, we would probably want to give it to... Probably give it to the death card. Let's see what happens. We did. Okay. So, okay. We're just... Is that all we're doing here? Is we're just taking the sigil from one card and giving it to another? Maybe that's what happened in the very first one and I didn't realize it yet. Okay. Elite. Totem time. The canines are getting waterborne. You again. Indeed, our friend freed me. Well, I basically told them how to do it. You got a plan? We have. Another friend here. You've got to be... I wouldn't call him a friend. But I suppose we're in deep this time. This is hilarious. The cards are chatting with each other. I'm gonna have to keep up with that chatter. But, okay. Well, we are into a tough fight here. This is probably going to be a good spot for us to use our items. So let's not hesitate to use those. We got a porcupine on the way, which has sharp quills. Once a card bearing the sigil is struck, the striker is then dealt a single damage point. So it's thorns. Got it. And then the coyote is going face. Wow, that is so annoying. I really don't like this waterborne so far. And the fact that it goes on a coyote, that's really bad. So we need to be aggressive in return, but right now I don't really have an aggressive hand. So the porcupine is going to deal damage back. So the stoat is really the best option for dealing with that. Now at the same time, the stink bug actually would be a great thing to put next to the coyote because it's going to reduce its power. So we kind of have an answer, don't we? And the stink bug also doesn't have a cost, I just realized. There's no sacrifice cost on it. Okay, this we can do. So we can play the stink bug. No, it costs 2 bones. I totally did not register. My brain was looking for blood drops. And I thought, oh, it's free. Costs 2 bones. I might go ahead. This is probably where I open up the piggy bank. I think we do it. Because I want to get this stink bug in play right away over here to counteract that coyote from hitting us. And now we can play all of our other cards, I guess. The squirrel. We'll just play out. Tempo out the hand. I am sure. And the possum will go here. All right, let's go. There could be some advantage. There definitely could be an advantage to holding on to cards like the possum, or cards that you would play in an empty slot, because yes, you're going face, but you're also giving the opponent the opportunity to respond and counter and basically just eat your creature for free, which could very easily happen with the possum. But we'll play it for now. We'll be on the aggressive side, especially when we have a pliers, because now I think we win. We're already at 3. I think we just win. I'll go ahead and draw a card because might as well do that. We get the death card. And I suppose I will... I don't see why we don't win here. But maybe I'm missing something. But I'll go ahead and I'll sacrifice the possum because it's going to die anyways. Also, I just realized that the stink bug got hit by the otter. So now I'm really confused because I thought I could have sworn before. Oh, that's what was happening. I get it now. It's going to take a little bit for some of these details to sink in when you've got a new game that you're playing. So bear with me, but I'm sure y'all can understand. We had a flying airborne plus waterborne. That's what was allowing that previous card. I don't know what it was. It was a kingfisher. So it had flying and waterborne. So it could go face because we didn't have a card that had reach or mighty leap. And that's why our creature wasn't taking damage, but we were also not able to damage it because it goes underwater. Now I get it. On our turn, it's underwater. Now, in any case, I think we still win here. I think this is still a win for us. If I have calculated things correctly. Let's go. Okay, cool. So we made it through the elite. And now we get to add another card. Again, I don't think there is a skip option here. We get to look at our deck, but I don't think we're allowed to... If I press the escape key, that just goes to the pause menu. So I think we have to take a card. Oh god, Reginald. Another death card is what it feels like. This also has Touch of Death. It's a 1/3 for 3 bones. The Bountiful Warren. It spawns a rabbit when it is played. It just spawns a rabbit. This was Rabbit Hole. When a card bearing the sigil is played, a rabbit is created in your hand. Oh, a rabbit is defined as 0 power 1 health. So it gives you a sacrifice target. That's pretty good value. Although it's only a 0/2, so it's not doing that much. But it is providing a little bit of bones fodder. This, I'm sure, counts as a set of bones, and then your rabbit is going to count as one as well. It's just not going to trade with anything. I'm surprised he didn't have anything to say about Reginald over here. And then a wolf cub. All right. I wonder, with our deck Our deck so far feels like it needs more creatures that sacrifice. Right now with 3 bones cards in the deck, I'm not sure that we have the economy at the moment to afford these on a consistent basis. I think we really need to pick this Warren. That feels like the card that helps us actually play our deck. So that's what we're gonna take. See how that feels. Get to upgrade at a campfire. And looks like we're upgrading health this time. The crackling fire lit the starving faces of a group of survivors. We have not food, one said, but perhaps one of your creatures shall join us? Enhance its health, said another. Let's do it. Let's give somebody some health. Akinar doesn't need any more health. I think he's good for the moment. Maybe our Warren, just make it a little bit more annoying, but it's probably a better move to put it on something like the Skink. The Skink could get a lot more value if it is slicing off its tail every time it gets struck. Maybe that could be a really... I wonder if the tail is something you can sacrifice. If nothing else, I think the tail would provide bones, because it would die eventually. I think this is the one I want to upgrade, because we need more bones, I think. And please, no. Why would you not want more health? This guy just doesn't want to be involved in any of the campfire activities. I think I'm going to upgrade the Skink. Let's see how that... We haven't even got to play this yet, but I'm going to try... I think I understand how this is going to work, and more health on this seems good. The survivors were right about the flames. They had enhanced the creature's health. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you make a hasty retreat with your Skink. Get out of here. And on to the next. I'm having so much fun with this game. This is great. Lucky draw. Is it a lucky draw? What's lucky about it? I think I want to get my Warren down. Let's see what the opponent's playing. A Sparrow and another Sparrow. The Warren, unfortunately, does not have reach. Nothing in my hand has reach. So, the Sparrows, though, are not hitting for a ton. But they are going to be a bit annoying to deal with. Just a little bit annoying. Because my 1-power creatures are not going to be dealing with them all that easily. I think we have to play the Warren first, though, because it's going to... Yeah, we're going to take a little damage here. But I think I need to play my Warren because... I need the sacrifice. The rabbit. Never doubt the fecundity of rabbits? What is that word? I've read that word before, but I don't remember what it means. Oh, I can play now. Of course, I can do this now. Fecundity. I'm stumped by that word. Feel free to let me know what that means. What does the context suggest it means? I have no idea. All I have brain cells for at the moment are making sacrifices. Actually, the sacrifices are going to let me play... I'm going to have enough bones to play the possum as well. Okay, so we're going to slowly be killing these birds, and we're also tilting the scale a little bit in our favor here, so this is actually not terrible. Not the worst spot. All right, now a skunk is actually totally fine, I think. The skunk looks like it has, yep, of course, the stinky sigil, because it's a skunk. So, but it also has 0 attack power, so it's just going to sit here opposite the Warren, and they're just going to stare at each other. So that'll be fun. I'm going to draw a card. We get a skink. Now I could sacrifice the Warren. But also the skunk is going to make the skink have 0 attack power. Now... the skink. Do I ever want... I don't think I play the skink just yet. I kind of want to see... Right now we're in a winning position, I think, because we're going to eventually kill these sparrows. They are going to hit us for a little bit of damage, which is a little scary. But we do have a pliers. There's also a squirrel here if I ever... I just don't know exactly where I want to play this skink yet, because I'm not threatened by the skunk. So I might need to put the skink over here, but I'm not sure yet. Let's just leave. Let things go the way. As things stand, we're in a winning spot. Now, this sparrow here might change things. I'm going to go ahead. I have a squirrel in a bottle, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a card here, because now I might need reach, or I might need to start tilting the scales a little bit more quickly. I can kill both of these birds, but then I would get hit by the sparrow that's coming up. I love how the spider just randomly crawls onto the board as well. That's a great touch. But I'm also killing both of these birds, and I think I'm okay where this is at. I don't want to sacrifice any of my creatures at the moment, and I don't need to use my squirrel. So I'm just going to pass again, because we're not dying yet. I think this is fine. The sparrow does hit us for 1, but we go to 2. And now is when I will draw a squirrel, I think. Because now that'll let me sacrifice and put the wolf in play. Because I can sacrifice the rabbit hole, right? You have me here. I surrender. Ah, okay. So now is when we'll take the leaf here, because I'm not sure. I think we're getting extra teeth if we go for the long route and try to greed as much value out of this as possible. But I'm going to see what happens if we take the olive branch, because maybe something cool happens. Or he just debates us and puts us back into play somehow. Ah, never mind. I never surrender. Okay, I don't know what the olive branch did for us specifically, but let's add another card to our deck. A wolf? What is this? Is it just a mushroom? It seems like it only appears by one of the cards. And I don't know if that means that this card is special in some way. Get another shot at a rattler. And now we have the omnipresent mole. It burrows and emerges to block any land-born attacker. So it's a 1 sacrifice 0/4 with burrower. When an empty space would be struck. Oh, a card bearing this sigil will move to that space to receive the strike instead. But of course it has to be a land-born, aka not a flyer. So that's an interesting defensive option that you could also then sacrifice later on. It does require a sacrifice to get in play. So now our deck is starting to look... How is it starting to look? It doesn't have a lot of attack power at the moment. We just have the wolf as and the coyote as the two aggressive, more aggressive options. So I could see another wolf being maybe the way to go. No cats this time, interestingly, so it has definitely felt a little different so far, your ability to put characters or cards in play. I do want to play with the new card, though, I think. So let's try the mole, but I'm wondering if this is going to make our deck too defensive. Now we do have an option to get a refill on our item that we used. We could also upgrade another card or sacrifice a card. And I kind of like the idea of sacrificing a card, just thinning out your deck, constantly thinning out your deck. I kind of like that idea. Why don't we do that? Let's thin out our deck a little bit to try to get to our better cards. Can you choose the one that's getting enhanced first? Interesting. You can actually choose one or the other. It lets you look at both options, doesn't it? That's cool. Okay, so then the options that we could sacrifice, it's not... Oh, no, it is giving us the stink bug. I was thinking maybe we'd want to sacrifice one of our bones cards. We're giving the sigil. We're taking the sigil from one and putting it on another. So it would be... but they did not give us our death card as the option. Now, interestingly, what we could do here is you could sacrifice the mole and give its sigil to the skink. So now the skink, I think, would get both. It would still keep its original sigil, but now it would move to whatever place is open so that it gets its tail cut off immediately, which I kind of like. You get that value right away from getting the tail struck. I think I like that, or at least I want to see how that plays out. So let's sacrifice the mole and give that the skink. Give that to the skink. Okay. Cool, this is a really interesting system. I feel like this is the option I'm going to be picking in a lot of circumstances. Having this little bit of experience now with Slay the Spire and understanding how a small deck is very important. Giggity. But also, the ability to, at the same time, enhance one of your other cards. Wait a second, what? My boss battles are high-stakes tests of your aptitude. With one flame, you will either overcome them or die. Fear not, I will let you keep the smoke. Excuse me? He just blew out one of our candles. But we got a smoke card in return. The incessant clink, clank, clank, clanking reverberated between your ears. The path ahead was blocked by a grotesque figure. Once again, we meet the Prospector. Yeehaw! He's back, folks. And this time he's given us the smoke. No, hold on. Yeah. I want to look at what is the smoke. It's just a sacrifice. Is it? Bone King. Oh, when a card bearing the sigil dies, 4 bones are awarded instead of 1. Okay. Wow, that gives us some options for this hand, doesn't it? And we get our death card in play as well, which does now have reach. Will that be important? Not yet, because there's no flyers coming our way, but I like the fact that we can put our death card opposite of this coyote. That seems like a good plan. The pack mule. Oh, we do want to kill the pack mule, don't we? So yeah, if we can get the coyote down, which we can do, right? Because we can smoke. In this case, I do want that smoke. So I'm going to sacrifice that. Give me those bones. So many bones. And then Akinar is going to go opposite the coyote. And now he will trade there, as well as save us some face damage. Now I have bones to play my coyote, and I think I want to put that where the... We put that opposite of the pack mule. Okay, cool. And we hold on to our hand. Because we can't play the possum yet. Okay. And hit him for 3. Yeah, that pack mule having those rewards in it is it makes it a much more tantalizing target. We draw from our deck for sure, because we already have a squirrel. And we get a wolf. Excellent. So we can get a wolf in play, and I will do that. There's an adder on the way, though. That sucks. Now, at the same time, the adder is not very imposing. So the adder in this position is actually going to keep this pack mule kind of trapped in place. And actually, wait a second. We're just playing the wolf and taking one of his candles, aren't we? So the battle's not over, but we are at least dealing the first lethal. We get 1 set of bones. And yeah. So the adder eventually is going to kill off our death card. But I think we'll still be okay. There's gold in them cards. This guy. Oh, I forgot. I am a dingus. I totally forgot that this is what he does after his first candle. You have to remember that your cards are going to get turned into gold. Oh my god, I did not learn that important lesson the first time around. Oh my god. Now, at the same time, he has taken away his adder, and a bloodhound has emerged. Well, okay. I think I have to draw here. A Warren. Can I sacrifice the gold nuggets? I don't think I can. There's nothing for me to do this turn. I have no place to put the possum, and I can't sack to get the warren in place, so we pass the turn. The bloodhound, though, get him! The bloodhound is going to clear a golden nugget for us. Now, at the same time, I don't really have cards to deal with this at the moment. So maybe I still go ahead and draw a... Maybe I just put my warren in play, save some health right now. We are even at the moment on health. And I could use a squirrel potion if I have to. This is a boss. So maybe I should just draw a card. But I also kind of need these gold nuggets out of the way to put stuff in play. I think for the moment, we're just going to draw a... This is really annoying with these gold nuggets in play. I think I should draw from my deck, because I have this squirrel potion. So as soon as these gold nuggets are out of the way, I can start to deploy stuff more quickly. This way, I need to give myself better options than this warren. The skink is decent. That's definitely going to help us with this bloodhound, which is kind of killing us right now. So... But I also don't want to get it in play just yet. Because there's no... We're not going to get value out of it. It's not going to be able to move because these nuggets are in play. So I'm kind of... It sucks, but I'm passing the turn. An adder. The adder comes back. The adder has returned, although it's going to be blocked by this pack mule. Man, this nugget is really, really annoying. I'm not dead yet, right? I'm not dead yet if I take this hit from the bloodhound, but I am getting close. I really want to greed this out. These gold nuggets are... That was seriously not a good play. In retrospect, putting that wolf into play was so over-aggressive. Can I afford to get away with one more draw here? The thing is, this gold nugget is not going away anytime soon. But I really don't want my skink to just die for free. So... I think I'm gonna greed this. This could be a terrible mistake, but I have that squirrel potion. And I need to give myself some better options, I think. So strange, why can't I remember his name? I believe I lost some of my memory in the Flash. In the Flash? I believe I lost some of my memory in the Flash. See, now I'm wondering, is this a clue that I need to worry about? I can't back out of this battle right now, so I can't go look around the cabin for like a flash or something. Is it the flash coming from behind the door? What is this guy talking about? What I do know, though, is that I need to put a blocker in place or otherwise I'm dead. Never mind, I'm not dead. Not yet. Do I put a blocker in place anyways to give myself bones? I do have bones. I could chump with the possum, and I would get a bones refunded. I could also just put the stink bug down to buy myself a couple turns. What's the best way? I feel like I need to play something here. I'm gonna play the stink bug because it at least stays in play. But I could say the same thing about the... No, the possum's not going to stay in play. Let's play the stink bug because it requires bones. Well, yeah, it requires bones. I can't actually sacrifice unless I use a squirrel potion. So I don't want to use that just yet. Let's do the one that doesn't require a sacrifice, and it will... It doesn't fully trade, but it stalls. So he did not even... He doesn't have anything else lined up besides the adder right now, which is good for us. So, okay. Let's go ahead this time. And we still... I'm going to draw the last... The thing is, I cannot play anything else this turn unless I sacrifice the stink bug, which maybe I should do that. If I sacrifice the stink bug, like put the skink in the way, then I'm actually killing, right? I'm actually killing. I would just be losing the stink bug if I let it sit there. So I can sacrifice it and play the skink, which is probably what I'll do. But also, well, it's going to kill the Bloodhound. So that's fine. It's actually going to kill the Bloodhound. So I'll draw this. Prospector boss. Again, I have a feeling the Prospector boss is like the Act 1 boss. That's what it feels like. Yeah, let's sacrifice the Stink Bug, because he's dying anyways. What did he say about darkness? They have little, like, lines that they say sometimes that go so fast, and I don't get to read them. Gotta pay attention. All right, I think that's the only thing I can do. Unless I wanted to sacrifice my skink, but that makes no sense. Aha, he is finally playing another card. Oh. Interesting. It's hard to call it cowardly. So it worked like that. It worked this way. The adder attacked first and cleared the spot for the gold nugget, and then my skink ended up... Oh, that's really interesting. So we did get skink value. And the skink is now going to kill the adder, I think, because it's not going to get damaged. It only damages when it's attacking. The adder does. So this should be fine. Now I can sacrifice the wriggling tail. That's the thing, right? We'll draw a squirrel because we've got nothing else to draw. But now is when I can actually... I need to be a little careful here because I don't really have a lot of attack power left in my deck. So we're getting down... We're getting down to it here. I think... we go ahead and we play... What do I play? He's lining up a wolf cub, which is going to turn into a wolf. That's a little scary, because I don't really have an answer for the wolf right now. Unless I keep chumping with squirrels. That's sort of an answer. I could do that. We could chump with squirrels. So let's put the stout. Have I been calling him stout? The stoat. I'm just not sure. Maybe the possum is actually better. Oh, but I can't sacrifice. Okay, I have to do the stoat. So we sacrifice the wriggling tail, and we play the stoat here. Okay. Cool. Give me another squirrel. And I can't... I can only sacrifice to play the Warren, and I don't need to do that right now, so go. And we're in an okay spot at the moment. Yeah. I guess the squirrel pile never runs out, I presume. Yeah, I think the only thing we're gonna do here is just play squirrels. I have to draw a card. Because we have infinite squirrels now. And he doesn't have anything else lined up yet. So I think we just keep jumping with squirrels. So far, we're in a winning position. At this point, if he does nothing else, he loses. So just status quo is fine by me. And we get to a pack mule. So we actually get a bunch more cards. Okay, we should be fine, but we'll see what other tricks this guy has. Dag nabbit! Yeah, you didn't see that one coming, did you? Infinite squirrels. Do I even play anything else? He should be dead, right? He should be dead, but also we might as well go ahead and play our coyote because we have so many bones. But I think that wins us the game. We don't get overkill, for whatever that matters. All right, let me relight your candles. Did that happen the first time where, had we already lost a candle maybe in our first boss fight? And so I didn't realize that you only have one candle for any boss fight? Very well. You may choose a rare card. Okay, we get our rare card reward here. Let's go. And what do we have? Child 13, poor abandoned child. It does not die when sacrificed, but do you have the heart to try? It's the many lives that we've seen before. Child 13. So why is this a rare card? The cat is the same thing, isn't it? Why is this a rare? We have another strange larva. We know what this does. And then this guy, the big ugly mug, the 7/7. We haven't played with this child 13 yet. I can look at my deck. And we already have a many lives in our death card. And it can get a little awkward with board space in terms of many lives. We have a Warren, and we have... Maybe this is a spot where we try the big boy. We try to see if we can afford this. My feeling is it's going to be very difficult to, but I want to try and see. Maybe this is something we can make happen. We do have a squirrel in a bottle, and we can probably go get some more items. After the harrowing encounter with the prospector, you gathered yourself and continued onwards. On to Act 2. Let me see. Yeah, it feels like there's a random Act 2 possibly that you're getting there. The air grew thick with moisture. The buzzing and chirping of insects drowned out the sound of your footfalls. You beheld the wetlands. I think this is where we were the first time, correct? Back in the wetlands, question mark? And we get another new card start. And this one we get offered... There are some cards that are just named. Are these other characters like us who have been trapped in the cabin with this guy? And they've had their own death cards inscribed? Lewis is a 1-cost 1/1 who has both Waterborne and Sprinter. Waterborne and Sprinter. So he can't be hit. Cannot act as a blocker. That can be very strong, right? Because you're kind of guaranteed over time to trade with another card, but you are costing potentially a lot of face damage if the opponent lines up a really powerful card on the other side. A River Snapper or a River Otter. We don't have any 2-cost cards at the moment, actually. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing in terms of ramping up our way into this I don't know how to say this. I'm just going to call this guy Steve. I don't know how we afford Steve. How do we do it? We've played with both of these cards already. Let's see how Lewis feels. Having 2 sigils on 1 card, I'm not sure how that's going to work. Don't know how I'm going to feel about that. Coming up, I don't know what this one is. This spot on the map here looks new. I kind of like, though, the ability to just replace, enhance one of our other cards. Oh. We could enhance... You could sacrifice. Maybe this is the point of a card like Lewis, is you take Lewis and you sacrifice him, and then you put him on those, you put those sigils on the wolf. Why don't we go to the sacrifice route? I need to use my items so I can clear space and get more items from the next item vendor. But I'm going to sacrifice here. The thing is, it may not sacrifice what I want it to, but it does offer Lewis as a sacrifice option. What could we potentially upgrade? Lots. And the idea of giving the wolf both Waterborne and Sprinter, that feels like a fun plan. I think I want to do that. Put the wolf there and sacrifice Lewis, I think. Or we sacrifice the Warren. The Warren could be a powerful sacrifice if we put it on... We can't give any of the cards that we've already enchanted or enhanced. Enchantment feels like the right word. We could put the rabbit on this guy. That might be the way to go. That's kind of how you afford Steve, is you get a bunch of cards that give you sacrifices back. Probably not a bad plan. I think I'm going to do what I was originally going to do, though. I'm going to sacrifice Lewis, and I'm going to put that on the wolf. Just give, like, a really aggressive option here. See how that feels. Yeah, it gives them both. That's a really, really powerful... I don't know if I'm using it right, but the ability to do that seems extremely powerful. Okay. Look, there's a third talking card somewhere around here. Personally, I hate the guy. Biggest killjoy ever. But he's the only one of us with a plan to get things back to normal. There is another card to be found somewhere. Of course, there's many things to... Oh, we never went to revisit the puzzle on the wall. Maybe we'll do that here after this battle. Because I think maybe we can figure it out now. Okay, we can get several things in play here. The question is, where do we want to put things in play? We got a bullfrog on the way. The bullfrog can be dealt with by... Do I just play out my hand? I think I put the squirrel here, and I play our death card over across from the bullfrog. And now the stoat... I think the stoat goes here. Ah, okay, but I can't afford the possum yet because I don't have the bones, of course. I don't sacrifice for the possum, I pay bones. So this is fine. Maybe I should have started chipping away at the stump, but I'll go with the face damage here. All right. I can't sacrifice with the squirrel that I draw, so I might as well draw a card. And we can't do anything because we need bones. We have an adder on the way, which is unfortunate. That's the one problem here of lining up your card in an empty slot. You give the opponent the ability to respond. So, all right. Maybe we're learning that aggression doesn't necessarily get rewarded. Now, at the same time, the fact that we can trade immediately back is probably okay. We get to eat the bullfrog, but there is an adder on the way. Or, sorry, a rattler, but that's fine because the rattler still can't kill our death card. So we're doing fine there. I think we're doing fine in general. What we're going to do is we're going to draw a card. So we get a Warren. Can't sacrifice the stump, but we can sacrifice ourselves. Because our death card has many lives. What we do with this Warren, though, is I guess we stick it across from the stump. Although we don't need to put it anywhere yet, do we? We don't need to put it anywhere. Sacrificing our death card doesn't get us more bones, right? So what we do is we just put down the possum here, across from the adder. We get this thing out here. Now, we could also have waited to try to build up more bones for the coyote. That was another option. But I like getting the free trade there. Now the coyote is going to be hitting us for some damage, but we did get a bone just for that stump dying, which is great. The Warren... We want to start sacrificing things to get bones. And maybe that's a good reason for us to just draw a squirrel here. Because then I can play the squirrel. And then I can sacrifice it for the Warren. And I'll put the Warren in place of the coyote so that it gives me a bone. And then I have this rabbit for when I am ready to sacrifice something else. I think that's how we play it. Can't draw, right? Okay. Already drew. Okay. Now we do have... We have to draw a card first. I wish it would tell me... I guess I can see it has we have 3 bones. So we actually still can't play the Coyote until we sacrifice something. So I'm going to draw a card. Ooh, Stink Bug. The Stink Bug is fine because it does let me kill the Coyote. Also, I think we're killing him. I think this is fine. I just realized we have lethal. Let's go. Cool. Now we get a new option here. I don't know what this is. You arrived at the inky black mouth of a cave. Yes, the eyes. A strange beast lurked within. The roleplay that this guy is putting on. This guy, I'm sure, is he must be the dungeon master at his Dungeons and Dragons night. All right, it spoke past one of my trials, and I will be yours, in a raspy voice. What must we do? 3 creatures will be drawn from your deck. They will decide your success or failure. It spoke again. But first, you will choose a trial. The Trial of Power. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 4 attack power combined to pass. Oh, I see. The Trial of Health. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 6 health combined to pass. I get it. The Trial of Blood. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 4 blood combined to pass. I feel like the blood is the one that we are least equipped for. On average, our cards cost like 1 blood, and we're only going to draw 3 of them. So likely, we're not going to pass that trial. What about 6 health? I feel like our cards are distributed on a fairly healthy basis. I think we have very healthy cards. I feel pretty good about this middle trial. Attack power, not so much. Most of our cards are pretty weak. So I think we pretty easily pick the health. And we roll the dice, or draw the cards. Let the Trial of Health begin. Possum is not a great start, but we get our 7/7, which Steve destroys this trial. Let's go. You have passed. The beast revealed itself. It was... And then... oh my god. We get not just a new card, but one that is blinged out. We have a mole that is also equipped with Sprinter. There's a River Snapper that has Mighty Leap. And there's an Elk Fawn, which I don't think we've seen yet. Oh my god, this thing has so many things going on. It has Sprinter, it has Fledgling, is what that's called. So it's going to hatch into a bigger and badder elk. And it's going to have flying? Okay, I want to try this thing. This just sounds fun. I want to see what it's going to turn into, and it's going to have flying. Because I feel like our deck needs to be a little bit more aggressive right now. Let's do it. Cool. The inhabited elk fawn joined your menagerie. Man, this is so much fun. Let's go ahead and give, before we jump into any other of the map here, let's go ahead and see if we can solve this puzzle. Now that we know what the tail does, or at least I think we know what the tail does, can we figure this out now? Because what are we going to end up with? How is this going to work? If we're hitting the 1-2, that means that there is going to be a tail in our way. You need to get to 5. You need to be able to hit the opponent for 5. That is the trick here. But if you're going like this, that's why... I see. Because this thing right now is getting hit. The lizard in this second column, which you can't move, but you could move the 2-1 away from it so it's not hit. And now that the tail is not getting split off, now it's not blocking what's coming from this direction. Right? So now you should be getting hit for 2. Got it. That's still not enough, but at the very least, we now can say this is going to hit for actually 4. Now it makes sense. So now you just do this and you have 5. Got it. Ooh, 2 cards? Formidable creatures, those ants. Very well. I will add them to your deck and make them available for future challengers. Oh, so they don't get added to the current run. But then it's like you're unlocking cards. You're unlocking these to allow you to add them to your deck in a future run. Or maybe they even just get added randomly at the start of the run. That is a fascinating way to have your unlocks happening. Oh, and then there's another set that's down here. Holy crap. A whole new set of puzzles to just work through. Awesome. We're not going to work through those right now. Maybe we will space those out and unlock things as we go, because some of these have, yeah, there's even a new keyword on here, or sigil, that I haven't seen yet. Fork in the road? Don't know what that means. But what I do know is that this is where we'll wrap up this installment of Inscryption. Guys, I am enjoying this game so much, and I'm so glad that you hung out with me to the end of the video. It is, the mechanics here are fascinating. The deck building is so much fun, and I'm so curious to explore. It looks like we've got another new option over here, which looks like it might be a card remove. They are what's the word I'm going for? They are revealing and unraveling these mechanics in such a good way, and I'm just loving it so much. And there's definitely a challenge to it. And there's also things to... It's like we're still playing Blueprints at the same time. There are puzzles to solve in the surrounding world. Sort of. Kind of. It's kind of like that. But I love it. This game has me hooked already, and I'm looking forward to playing more next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.